The U.S. State Department is still warning Americans in Mexico to be careful after a wave of violence erupted from the killing of Mexico's most wanted drug lord.
Flight restrictions have been lifted, but many Americans remain stranded in Mexico while the airlines play catch-up. Fox's Alex Boyer joining us live with more tonight. Alex.
Hey guys, both American and Southwest Airlines tell me that they have resumed normal operations in and out of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico as of today. And they've even added additional flights trying to get those stranded Americans back home. Still, a group I spoke to from North Texas tell me that the soonest they can get on one of those rebooked American flights is this coming Sunday. That's nearly 1 week after when they were supposed to originally leave. Cell phone video taken inside the airport in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico Tuesday shows the sheer number of people desperate to get back home. U.S. carriers resumed flights in and out of the airport Tuesday after the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel was killed in the popular seaside city Sunday.
We witnessed a war zone, basically, from our whale-watching tour.
Judy Witzig and her friends from the Dallas Bicycle Club were on a boat Sunday morning when the violence erupted. They shared these photos and videos that captured some of the fires set to hotels and businesses in retaliation from the cartel and the military presence that has been in place ever since. The group was supposed to return to Dallas Monday morning, but they say the soonest American Airlines can get them back home is Sunday. Meanwhile, a neighbor has been sharing food with them.
We have been in contact with the embassy. We called and registered the other day to let them know where we were. And the message was that they would do everything they could to take care of us and make sure that we were safe. But above and beyond that, us getting flights or trying to even be influential in working with the airlines, none of that is to happen since we've been here.
American says it's added 4 extra flights to and from Puerto Vallarta and issued a travel alert allowing those whose travel plans may be affected to rebook without any change fees. But the group says they haven't had any luck getting on those earlier flights, so they're paying to fly on a Mexican carrier on Thursday to get to Mexico City. From there, the plan is to get on an American Airlines flight to Phoenix and then finally back home to North Texas.
Our host has been really gracious. She's told us that we can stay here as long as we need to, which is very nice. Stores were either closed or if they were open, they didn't have food on the shelves. We've walked down to the guard at the gate at the entrance a couple of times, and they told us that it wasn't safe to leave. So they've advised that we stay put.
And that is what they are doing for right now. Of course, we should point out that Mexico is set to host the World Cup in June, including some games in Guadalajara. I can tell you that the president of Mexico, as of today, saying that there are guarantees that the games will be held in Mexico and said that there is, quote, no risk for soccer fans who plan to come to that country.